thought is that animals don't travel. They don't get visas. But why did they not become extinct? By generating solutions to their needs right where they are. We need to start thinking. Thinking better than we are doing. I think ideas are thought products. Ideas are intellectual virtues accessible only by thinkers. Ideas are captured thoughts aimed at providing specific solutions. How do we get out of here? Now, this story may look ordinary, but let me share it. This place where we are was supposed to be our chemical engineering workshop. One night I drove by and I said, what? How do we handle the fumes from petroleum and chemical engineering workshop with the guest house out there, a major restaurant out here? We'll spoil those two places. We have to move one for another. Gentlemen, it's important to move this chemical stuff to outside, where the fume can go into the atmosphere and not choke other people's life. That's what thinking does. Yes, I approved it, because all the engineering things are here, but are they interwoven? Can't you have mechanical somewhere and have? They are not the same people doing the same thing. So we have to engage in thinking and rethinking. Thinking and rethinking, thinking and rethinking to go forward. No other way. That's how you can stay in the guest house now and not be choked. Because we have removed the choking thing that will have made the restaurant run bankrupt. Guest house closed down. Why? They're in the workshop and they're sending fumes to everybody. Ideas are products of reasoning, that is, the art of logical, rational, and analytical thinking. Not just I think. I think on what basis? What is the outcome of this thought? How does it add value to what you are doing? How does it provide a solution to it? There is the big gay story. The mother was looking for him. Bill, where are you? And then he went down to the basement and saw the boy just joining wire. Baby, where are you? Said, I'm thinking. Don't you think? That was a sharp reaction to the mother's quest. It's thinkers that rule the world. Let's get down to thinking as part of our culture to find the solutions the way our forefathers found it and secure for us a future. If they did not succeed, they would have been extinct and would not be here. Now that we have gone to school in Russia, you're going to school in Germany, you are going to school in Australia, many of you have gone to school in 10 different countries. Now, what have you brought back? And how is it impacting on lives? We must translate our schooling to thinking and translate our thoughts into products. It is brain work that makes things work. It is brain work that makes things work. E.W. Kenyon said, make your brain work and it will sweat. But make it work. Then it will improve. It will develop until you become the envy of all those around you. Make your brain work. It will sweat. I think we need more brain work than paperwork. Brain work works better than paperwork. We need more brain work than we need paperwork. We need more brain work than we need paperwork. When we stop thinking, we start thinking because we live in the thinker's world. We can't be relevant beyond the level of our thought pattern, our commitment to thinking. How scientific this assertion may be, I may not be able to tell, but it said that only 5% of human race think. And 15% think that they are thinking or think that they think. And the remaining 80% would rather die than think. It may be true, it may not be true, I don't know, but it has stayed with us for a long time. 5% of human race think. 15% think that they think. And 80% would rather die than think. But everybody say, I think. Richard Nixon once said, a true idealist is one who pursues what his heart says. What his heart says is right, the way his head says it will work. We all want a peaceful, progressive, prosperous continent. How do we make it happen? The way his head says it will work. A true idealist is always seeking for the way to make things work. Freedom of speech and democratic consolidation in Africa, that's what I'm talking about now. That we need to generate new ideas, and we need to be able to transmit these new ideas to the people in power, to the would-be leaders, turn it to major discourse, find better ways of doing things. That's why we need to begin to speak to the place of freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of association. They are all fundamental human rights that must be jealously guarded. Otherwise, we have the reins of dictatorship. Freedom of speech, what is it? Freedom to think as you will and to speak as you think are means indispensable to the discovery and spread of political truth. That's one justice, Brandeis. Freedom of speech for me thus means the liberty of the mind and the speaking out of the mind on any issue of public concern.